He'd been by Glenn Blai's side for 7 years. Then 2 years ago, out of the blue, Rocky went missing. The German Shepherd had had an unlikely start in the Airforce. He'd been picked up from the Rotorua Pound as a pup. But by all accounts, Glenn had a special touch with the fearful canine, and the bond between the pair became fierce. After 2 years, Glenn had accepted Rocky was gone, presumed dead, until a phone call last Friday. Hannah Ockleford with a completely unexpected reunion.
Oh yeah, thanks to meet you. Yeah. Oh, really nervous. You hope for a long time that you'll find him again and maybe he'll come back to you and that. But after about a year or so of that, I thought it was time to, just so I could move on and maybe not worry about him as much. Basically just had a wee moment where I said, you know, said that was it, that was Rocky, it was dead basically.
Glenn Blai never thought this day would come.
Rocky, wait! Hello! Hello! Oi! Hey! This is just incredible. I never, ever thought for the life of me that I'd see this bleeding. Oi!
2 years ago, Rocky disappeared. It was totally out of character.
You are tubby.
He'd been a security dog in the Airforce, but an injury forced him into retirement in 2007.
Sit. Left, turn. Good boy. Sit. We spent pretty much 24/7 together. Down. I'm asking too much of him at the moment. I can't do that.
Glenn had Rocky at home. But a move into flying helicopters for the Airforce saw Glenn back in the Whenuapai barracks before a transfer to Ohakia. He sent Rocky to a mate's near his new base.
It was unfortunate during that time. He either ran away, got stolen, not too sure, but he went missing. Well, it's definitely him. He's still got his cyst on his back.
Glenn searched high and low. Percy Smith, the then head trainer, joined in.
Without being horrible, we never really expected to see Rocky again.
Glenn had given up hope and said his goodbyes. And that's how things stood until last Friday.
What's going through that head of yours, boy?
Glenn received a call during a flight.
Landed, and there was a message from him saying, hey bro, you need to ring me ASAP. So I rang him up, and the first thing he says to me, he's sitting down. And he told me that he just received a phone call saying that Rocky's been found. At first I didn't think it was possible. And then, yeah, just finally hit me that I was going to get my boy back.
The first thing he did was call Percy.
And it was just excitement in Glenn's voice. It could only be one reason. We found Rocky the holy smoke.
So any theories then on what he's been up to for the last couple of years?
Oh, I think he went homeward bound. I think he tried to come find me up in Auckland, got picked up on the way by someone, or either that or he made his own way to Auckland, Lassie Styles or something.
Speculation aside, we do know that Rocky was sold from a pub here in Tuakau, 45 minutes out of central Auckland. And it's likely he's been living with a local family since then, before being found roaming these streets last Friday.
To people that have had him, you know, I don't know them or who they are, but being overweight is actually, if they had bothered to taking him to a vet or found out where he came from, they would have found that being this weight is not good for him. It's probably done more damage to him than anything.
While he was a working dog, Rocky was one of the first canine members of the Air Force to head offshore, completing a 3-month deployment to the Solomons. To do that, he had to be microchipped, and it was the microchip that led the animal shelter to call Glenn.
That's his number.
That's his number.
As far as I'm concerned, it's he's alive and back with me because of it.
I'm not the kind of person that cries, but a few times I've sort of welled up. So no, but this is awesome. I mean, it's just one of those stories that, you know, you can go home tonight and just sit down and think that, you know, you made somebody's day a lot brighter.
So you're ready for a lifestyle change to take Rocky back into your life?
Yeah, yeah. Do you want to come home, mate? There's a great poem that we have up in the dog section. And the last verse is, why, you may ask when you quiz, is this friendship between us so fine? Because the life that he lays down will be his, and the life that he saves will be mine. And that, to me, says it all.